Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. For the students, let's go ahead and find a comfortable spot on the floor. You can sit with your legs crossed, you can sit with your legs straight out in front of you, or if there is space, you can lay down on your back with your head resting against the floor, your feet resting flat against the floor, and your knees pointing up towards the ceiling, kind of in an upside down V. And something I like to do if I'm laying on my back like that for meditation is, normally your feet are probably about the distance, the width of your hips. If you move them out towards each side so that your feet are a little bit wider than your hips and allow your knees to fall together, that releases stress on your lower back. This can be really good, especially if you've been sitting a lot, in class or reading, things like that. That can feel really nice on your lower back. And for the coaches, if you could, as always, just dim the lights as much as possible. Make sure that any noise that's around can be quieted for at least the next few minutes as we just focus on our breath for a little bit. And for the students, if you haven't already, go ahead and gently close your eyes. I'm going to walk you through what we call the ball of light meditation. This was one of the first meditations that we did at TJJD. And the students that did it often requested it because it has a really nice visual that goes along with it. So we're just going to do that again. It's kind of an oldie but a goodie. So when I ask you to visualize, envision, or imagine, or see in the mind's eye or in the screen behind your eyes, basically I'm just saying, just imagine that. Whatever those words are, that just means that I want you to try to visualize or imagine what I'm telling you. So we're going to start. And I want you to see in the center of your heart a bright ball of light. It's probably about the size of a golf ball, and it is absolutely brilliant, sparkling, pure light. I want you to see in your mind's eye that light begin to grow, and that light all of a sudden is coming over your entire body. So if you were to look down at your body, in your mind's eye, your body would be that bright, brilliant, sparkling light. And in your mind's eye, I want you to again visualize that light continuing to grow and cover all surfaces in the room, all furniture, floor, all the people in the room, all objects, the TV, the lamps. And that light just continues to spread and grow, and it's incredibly brilliant, incredibly sparkly. And then I want you to imagine that you actually are lifted up from the room, and you're just slowly starting to float through the roof of the building so you can see down. And you see that light start to grow over the entire building, and it covers the roof. And as you continue to move slowly up, 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 you'll see that light spread all over the neighborhood, and you'll see it spread all over the city. And as you continue to slowly drift up, 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 you'll see the light cover the entire state of Texas. And now you're going to continue to drift up, and you have a view of the entire United States. And you see that light spread from Texas to all over the United States. So the entire country is covered in that brilliant, bright, sparkling light. And imagine that you're continuing to drift up, up, up through the atmosphere. So now you're in space, and you can see the planet. And you'll see that light start to spread from the United States all over the rest of the planet, north to south, east to west, all around the entire planet. And you're just hovering in space, and it's very quiet, and it's very peaceful, and you can see this bright, brilliant planet in front of you. And then I want you for a moment, as you imagine that you're sitting in space, also then zero down into a few faces on the planet. These can be the faces of people that you know well, people that you've met, or they could just be random human faces. And I want you to see them smiling and laughing and feel their joy and happiness. I want you to know in this moment that that light that you've spread around the planet has created that happiness. That energy that you have created has brought someone joy, has brought someone a smile. Take a moment to just allow that to sink in, to allow the power of your positivity and your intention to affect those around you and even those that you don't know halfway across the globe. That is certainly possible, and it happens all the time. And now we're going to take you back up to that bird's eye view in space, and you're just seeing that planet. And I want you to envision yourself starting to come down slowly back towards the planet. And you'll see that light wrap in. So it's now coming back towards just the United States. And as you just drop slowly, 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 you'll just come gently through the atmosphere, and you'll see that light gathered again in our country, in the US. And as you continue to slowly drop intentionally, with purpose, with intention, you'll see that light come to close around the state of Texas. And you just continue to drop slowly down, down. And you'll see that light hover over the city. And as you continue to drop down, 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 you'll see that light hover over the house, over the building. And now come and see yourself going through the roof and come back into the room. And you'll see that light just continue to shrink down off of the walls, off of the floor, into your body. And then finally, we'll just collect into that little ball of light in your heart. And I want you to understand what you just did here. You spread love and joy by just setting the intention of spreading love and joy around the world. And as you spread love and joy to all nearly 8 billion people that live on the world, you also took a tiny bit of love and joy from each person that they gave willingly. It wasn't something that you took forcefully. It was that every person that you affected in turn wanted to share some love and joy with you. And so they gave that back to you to take with you, which means that that little bit of love, joy, support, kindness from each of these nearly 8 billion people is now resting in your heart and is with you always. And always remember that. Remember that you have great power. You have great ability to affect others, even if you don't speak directly to them, even if you don't know them. Just by doing this meditation, you have changed the world. And it sounds really silly maybe, but it really is true and it really works. So you can practice this, and you can also then just know that you've also increased the kindness that you get to keep with you, and know that that little ball of light, that little bit of kindness that you gathered from so many is with you always. So in those moments where you're feeling down or stressed or anxious or upset or mad, you can just go to that little ball of light in your heart and be reminded that you have the support of 8 billion people on the earth. And take a breath with that, and just take a moment to really let that sink in. And now we're going to come back into the room. You can gently open your eyes. You can move your head side to side. Perhaps if you're on the ground, you turn it with your head still resting on the ground. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Maybe shake out your wrists, shake out your legs a little bit, just gently, and just come back into the space. I thank you all so much for joining me today. I am sending lots of support your way, lots of light, lots of just joy and best wishes. And so have a great week. Make it a great week. Talk to you soon.